RUN ENT.
What up, y'all? We back. We're back. Another week.
Another week, baby. Shout out to old school.
Old school. JTK.
All that. Shout out to you, bro. We know you're handling business with the family. We love you.
And prayers for you, bro.
Always.
Mr. Chop.
Me. Posted like a stamp, brother. You know me.
We got a special guest today.
Introduce yourself, brother. Let them know, man.
Yo, live from the west side of South Central. I go by the name of False Doctrine Killer, the only Christian rapper murdering these money-hungry scumbag preachers that be in the churches getting people for their money every Sunday instead of teaching them about the Lord Jesus Christ.
That's right. Amen to that.
Amen to that.
For real.
Okay. Last but not least, Lisa Marie from the SSV. What's up with you, Lisa?
What it do?
Oh, man.
You see, she looking a lot better now, y'all. The prayers that came through. Sis ain't been feeling too good, so now look at her. She's back. You did.
Hanging in there.
Back. She's back.
We're going to do it like we always do. We're going to get into these sports.
Get into them sports, man.
Lisa, holla at us.
Well, now you know the fight didn't go as we planned.
No.
But there has been some developments and things that I didn't know because, like I said, I just couldn't accept Earl looking that bad.
Yeah.
What I found out is that, first of all, both of them had horrible time trying to make that weight.
Yeah.
Bud failed the first time.
Did he?
Yeah. He failed to make the 147. He was over the limit.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what had happened is Earl was dehydrated.
I knew that.
And that's why he was looking looking sluggish.
Yeah.
I kind of suspected it.
Yeah.
So there's a special clause in their contract for the rematch. Because Bud is the winner, he can give him that rematch, but he can do it at any weight class he want to do it at. So what I've been seeing on Twitter, the buzz is that they may do this rematch, but it's going to be at 154.
154.
That's smart.
And I would love to see 154 because now they both walk around 170, 180. So you can drop 20 pounds and you can do that.
You're not fully dehydrated.
And not dehydrate yourself. That's the reason why Earl got cut so easily, the swelling and all that, because when you're dehydrated, your skin, it's like paper. It just rips. And so, that's what was going on there. And that's the reason why I think Bud knew that. That's why he didn't talk a whole lot of trash. He was very humble. He is very, very, very humble. And he did not bash Earl because I think he knew. And he knew the struggles they were having. Now, let me tell you, there was a whole lot of highlights outside the ring that was going on. With the Charlo Club, their women. The women was out there scrapping. Somebody that knocked the shit out of Jamel. Somebody slapped the shit out of him. Yeah.
What's his name did?
I forgot.
Caleb Plant.
Yeah, slapped the taste out of his plum out of his mouth. And
I was like,
so the thing is, Bud has made it clear he coming after them Charlo brothers, especially Jamel. He don't like him. He said it. He said, there's something about that dude, I don't know, but I don't like him. So
He slapped the shit out
he
of him.
slapped the dog shit out of him. I was like, what is
I
going
think it was behind him saying something to Caleb's wife.
Well, I tell you what, I listen. Look, he slapped all the spit out of his mouth. I bet you gonna be spitting out nothing else talking about somebody's woman. And then, like I said, the one wife beat the other wife up. It was a hot mess.
Wait, Caleb. Well,
No, the Charlo brothers' wives
oh,
was fighting.
yeah, well, one of them divorced.
Well, the divorced bitch beat the shit out of the other bitch that's still married. Well, I don't know one from the other.
Yeah.
So them motherfuckers was fighting. So it was a hot ass thing.
For Africa.
Yeah, that's why I said shit. I would have liked to have been sitting ringside and see the shit that was going on out there. You know, I would like look. I just get me ringside. Let me see the shit y'all doing out here because I'd have had my camera rolling on them niggas, boy. Them motherfuckers. Look, he getting slapped. Woman getting slapped up too.
Yeah.
I said, mm-mm.
It looked bad for the Charlo.
Yeah, because they be talking so much shit. So
They can back it up though. That's one thing.
well, they didn't back it up that day. I don't know if it was full moon.
I think actually.
Retrograde. I don't know what it was, but they didn't back that shit up that night.
Yeah, he kept it. He kind of pissed me off that he didn't get at him quick enough.
Well, you probably knew
But
he
you
was.
know, people professional. You know what I mean?
But you see, when you don't bring up people's wives and children,
No, you don't do that.
okay? Especially
No,
got
that's
wife
not
and
a
children
problem.
yourself, you don't do that.
That's not a problem.
And once you talk about somebody, you put people, family members in, you about to get them hands. And I'm talking about the healing kind. Yeah, and it would be the healing kind of hands you're gonna be getting. So, like I said, it was to me that shit was more interesting. I said, shit, I'd love to have been ringside to watch that motherfucker shit. I'd have had my phone just going, yeah, okay, but who knocked his ass out?
Yeah.
Okay, that would have been up my alley.
Yeah, but I think that's brilliant for them to go ahead. What you
Yeah.
say,
154.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That
he said he told Charlo now, I'm coming for you, and he let it be known he don't like him. But I do think he's gonna give.
You talking about Terrence?
Yeah, Terrence Crawford do not like him and made it clear and said he don't.
Yeah.
So he said I don't know the dude, but I don't care for him.
Yeah.
He said that.
Yeah, but he fucking with them Charlos. I gotta give him their props. Them niggas.
Yeah, I'll give him that prop. But you know what? After what I seen what Bug do when he get his mind onto something, listen, you're gonna have to respect Bud.
Yeah,
Bud
Bud-
can fight.
You can't not.
So,
mean,
like I
everything,
said,
right.
you getting out here getting slapped by Caleb Plant. Like I said, if they had been Bud woman, ain't no telling what would have happened. So that's why I'm saying. But that was the highlight of that. I needed to find that out because I was like, that I ain't never seen him look that bad. He just looked like a robot.
He came out looking
Yeah.
weak.
Yeah, I said, yeah, that's why I said when I found out they both failed, they both had struggling with that weight. I said that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's time for them to move up because it reminded me of when Roy Jones dropped all that weight to go down to fight Antonio Tarver instead of having Tarver come back up.
Yeah. He fought him twice.
You know, and
Yeah.
he should have never went down to 175. Should have never went back down there.
Yeah.
He should have made him move up.
Roy made a lot of fatal mistakes in his career.
Especially toward the end.
Yes.
Especially toward the end. Toward the end is where he made his mistake.
really
He didn't use his best judgment. And I think a lot of that had to do with age, him thinking that he could recover as quickly as he did when he was younger. And that's not the case. Once we get older, we don't recover that quickly. That's one of the things that I respect about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather knew when he was 40 when it was time to go. And he got out of there when it was time for him to get out of there.
And he had a
That-
last fight at 42 or something.
He was at his last fight. He was 40. He was 43.
He might have been in between there, but he knew when to get out. He knew when to get out, and that I respect because now, look at him now.
He fought Berto.
Yeah. But he was still on this game. But he knew to get out in your prime. Don't wait until you look like an old washed up fighter and just getting the brakes beat off of you by the sparring partner.
So that clause did go in effect for the rematch.
Yeah, because Earl did ask for the rematch. He asked for the rematch the next day. He went on Twitter and asked him for the rematch and said he would like to have it by the end of the year. Yeah, which I figured. Because a lot of people said, well, no, he's beat up in this. I said, no, he wasn't. I said, because Bud could have beat him worse than that. I said, Bud held back.
Yeah, I think he did too.
He held back
Earl just looked
because
like
he was dehydrated. Yeah, and he knew that.
And
So he
it
wasn't trying to hurt him.
both of them to make the weight too.
Yeah, and it was hard for both of them to make the weight, so he understood the inside game that none of us knew. Because there was a lot of people, especially people on Facebook, saying things. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Earl Spence is still the motherfucking truth. Listen, if you're dehydrated, I said, trust me, because I was a dehydrated motherfucker. You ain't finna swing at a piece of paper.
And you weak.
And you're weak as fuck. You have got to lay down. You're dizzy and all of that. I said, I was that shit, so I know. So once I seen and heard that, I understood. That's why I kept saying something was wrong with him that night when we was watching the fight. I kept saying that, but I wasn't too sure because I didn't know what the inside.
He didn't look right. He just didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Even his walk didn't. He didn't look right.
Yeah, I didn't know what the inside deal was on that.
Yeah.
Now let me get to these Raiders. Been checking out the training camp. It's a hot mess. I'm gonna tell you all that right now. Jimmy G is not looking good.
Garoppolo?
No, he's not looking good in training camp. As a matter of fact, him and Max Crosby got into it. Max Crosby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Max
That's
Crosby.
my boy right there.
Well, Max Crosby had to run laps.
Did he?
Yeah. One of their pickups for the running back is out for the season already. This is why I said they need to make a career decision.
So what is Josh gonna do? What are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing. See, that's just it. First of all, you already ain't got no quarterback. Them backup quarterbacks is bums. Every one of them motherfuckers. You got rid of Peterson and all of those, and those are the people you should have kept. If we would have had Peterson, I wouldn't have been that fucking worried because I know he can get the ball down the field.
And that other quarterback we should have kept too that came from a.
They got rid of all of them. They got rid of all of them. So this is what I'm saying. And you picked up these bum ass backup quarterbacks. Plus you got a bum ass starting quarterback. This is what you gave up Derek Carr for. I've been watching the New Orleans Saints training camp. Them motherfuckers is on point. That boy is on point with them. I said, see, we getting ready to.
That always happens.
We getting ready to just look like a bunch of assholes. So I'm gonna tell you, the rest of you Raider fans, especially you fly by night Raider fans, that sitting up there trying to tell me, well, you don't know, motherfucker. I was around for the winning days. Yeah, I was around when the Kenny Stabler days. Your ass wasn't born. You was in somebody's nutsacks who was in somebody else's nutsacks. Don't tell me.
Yeah, the Bo Jackson.
That's it. 56 years old. I know I was around when we was winning. When we was wild card coming off of a goddamn bar brawl and came in and won the fucking Super Bowl. So I've been, that's it. So like I said, I've been around for it all. They traded Kenny Stabler over there to the Houston Oilers, and I was hot when they did that shit. And then we had to wait and recover to get Jim Plunkett. And won 2 more with Jim Plunkett.
Roman Gabriel.
Yep.
Yeah, come on now.
That's when Tom Flores was the coach. After my boy John Madden, rest in peace. No, y'all wasn't around for them days.
Right.
And John Gruden, he stayed over there at that New Orleans Saints training camp too. Like I said, Derek Carr gonna be all right over there, especially in the NFC, because see, in the NFC you can throw picks because it's not as detrimental. In the AFC, you throw interceptions, you're not going to win. You have to be a deep threat in the AFC. That's why Jimmy G could flourish over there in the NFC, because why? They had them big backs. Yeah. So you throw 20 yards and expect them to pick up another 20 yards, but that's why their backs was always hurt. So see, now we got a problem here now. So what you gonna do with Devontae Adams? You gonna play him up? Defense ain't really gotta work that hard.
Yeah, as long as we don't get rid of him. And Josh, hurry up and sign, bro. We need you.
Yeah, but he got to be a good situation
for him as well. Like 11.
Yeah, it needs to be a good situation for him, because I'm looking at this offensive line. I don't see any improvements, to be honest, but we'll see. I always hold out and see, wait and see what happens. But what I'm seeing in training camp, this motherfucker, you're going to have to run the ball. This motherfucker can't throw nothing past 40 yards. And I told y'all that when we got him. Yes, I told y'all that when we got him.
What quarterback that we got?
Like I said, we had Peterson, and I forgot that other boy. That other
boy he played for years. Come on, man.
Peterson was one of them. I forgot that other dude's name, but they're all gone. They got rid of all of them.
Tennessee.
I don't know where they at. All the motherfuckers are gone. Like I say, he traded them out of there so quick. It was like rotating stock over there in the cabinet.
That's bad.
They got them out of there so quick. I can't even tell what half of these motherfuckers are at. Because that's how quick they came in there and cleaned house. But everybody want to listen to Josh and Dave or have faith in them. Well, you keep having faith in these motherfuckers because they showing you their hand. This is what they motherfuckers did when they went to Denver. And it took Denver 10 years to get back before they won the Super Bowl back in 2015. I just don't understand how motherfuckers don't see this.
The program, I mean, they whole little, I don't know.
I don't like them. I'm sorry. The shit they say.
David's son is an idiot.
Well, because he's focusing now, they're talking about getting an NBA team for Las Vegas too. So
Yeah,
he's
I know.
focusing on all that shit. So hopefully, I'm hoping since you done gave Tom Brady 10% of the team, that Tom Brady can come in there and just shut Josh and Dave and them ass down. Because one thing about Tom Brady, he know how to put talent around him.
Definitely not a good.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's what he did.
This is what I'm hoping for. Since you just gonna be there, and you just gonna make us patriots, no matter what. You just determined. This is what the best I can hope for. Because right now, what I'm seeing with that training camp, forget it.
Look good.
You're gonna be running the ball.
Look like a circus.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And how you talking shit and you can't get the ball down the field?
And then, where did Aaron Rodgers go?
Aaron Rodgers is with the Jets.
Jets.
He went to the Jets. I seen a little bit. They'll be all
Method
right.
Man together.
Yeah.
And the meth.
Yeah. I seen a little bit. The Jets will be okay. But I'm looking at the Giants, really, that I think are going to be a tandem to deal with. Because you got Saquon Barkley and now you got Darren Waller.
It's got Waller. It's got our.
Yeah.
See, that's the stupid thing. I don't
And
know,
his
man.
training camp is another one has been going well. And this is why
If
I
they stay healthy, they gonna ball.
like I said, he's been balling out in practice.
Yeah.
And this is why I said we giving away a playoff team, and especially when you're in the AFC and you're in the AFC West, which is the tightest. You know, every team in the AFC West can go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that is like the Western Conference for the Lakers. All 8 of them teams or 10 of them teams can go to the Western Conference Finals, or can go to to play in the NBA Finals. Every team there.
Right.
It's not as wide open as the East. And so why would
Well,
you?
we know that.
Why would you do that? It just don't make no sense. Like I said, I just think they get rid of his ass. I don't know how much longer Mark Davis gonna put up with this shit. But
He
don't
needs to-
have.
he needs to get
He
his
needs to
shit
sell the fucking team or do what he needs to do because you're not really interested in. You focus on the basketball teams. That's what you focused on. I mean, the best thing he ever
But
did.
how are they gonna bring another? How could they bring another franchise in?
Oh, they can. Because they got they can. They got so much land up over there, so much room up over there. They're bringing the A's from Oakland too. They're going there too. I'm telling you, they getting ready. This is why I'm telling all you niggas down there living in Vegas, shit getting expensive. They gonna run your black asses about it. All that crime you committing. That's why they letting you do it. That's why they letting you do it.
Yeah.
Cause see, they gonna get your asses up out of there. Oakland done declared a crime emergency, meaning crime bill. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Yeah, they doing a whole lot in Oakland.
They're doing a whole lot everywhere. See, you hard-headed ass niggas that thought that shit was cute. You running around here just robbing for no reason at all.
Robbing and
And all that bullshit talking about we hungry. You wasn't hungry. You was doing this shit years ago.
right.
So guess what? When that crime bill come in, don't be asking us to go picket and I ain't doing nothing. They lock your ass up, you just locked up.
Yeah.
Don't call me because I ain't putting shit on your books. Get that commissary the best way you can. How about them niggas that you was robbing with? Had them help you.
They heavy with the breaking into the cars.
They breaking into people's houses now. They're doing home invasions and shit.
But they doing the cars like every.
No, now what they doing is they breaking in people's houses with the people in the motherfucking house, holding them at gunpoint.
What people are doing now when they go into the downtown area, what they're doing now is like leaving their windows down and all that, letting people know like ain't shit in there. And they used to break my windows, so they just let the windows down and go shopping there. Instead of because they was breaking in.
They told listen, the mayor done told
what they call it.
The mayor done told them you need to cut down
Like
all the
chicken or
bushes.
something?
Yeah, the mayor done told them cut down all the bushes by your house because they hiding in the bushes, jumping out on folks. They doing
Invasion.
with the people in the house. So like I said, yeah, they get ready to clamp down on your asses. And when they do,
It's bad now. Like I know in
it's for no
Chicago.
reason. For no, yeah, but Chicago, all that shooting.
Well,
What are you doing?
Chicago, they done closed down. They don't even have Walmart no more.
No,
You know what?
Walmart. They're gonna be a desert. They're gonna be a food desert, and that's what they get. And that's what they get. Because see, here again, you're stealing the stink out of shit at them damn Walmarts. Now,
And Target.
Target, all of them, they're gonna take all that shit up out of there. They done took every Walmart out of Portland, Oregon. Not one is there. All of them are gone. And now the self checkout, you got to show ID to
Oh,
get
is
out
that
of the
right?
store. Yep.
They doing it like that?
Costco, they've been because I've had Costco for years. People get mad because Costco be like, use somebody else's card if you want to. Yes, be banned.
Oh, like
They're not having it, and everybody, oh, they just acting like this and acting like no. That's a clause that's in there when you sign up for that. I love Costco. That's their membership clause. That's always been there. Did you read the fine print? I read it. I mean, that's just what it is.
it's what it is.
So it's a hot mess out here.
Yeah, it is.
You're just gonna be a food desert.
Yeah, because they closed down like they looted Walmart so bad. How do you steal everything out of a fucking super Walmart?
And let them go ahead, cause they knew they were shutting that bitch down. Yeah, go on and take it all. That way we ain't got to have no super sale.
Yeah,
You just super stealing.
yeah, that's true.
And we gonna super close this bitch down. And you gonna be super hungry. Because now we gonna put that motherfucker 100 miles away. Half of you ain't got no cars no damn way. So I can get over there.
It's crazy.
And then all of them crying, well, what we gonna do? I don't know what you niggas gonna do. You been warned. But you said they got insurance.
Right.
This what you say. They got insurance. They said we sure do. We got insurance. And we insuring and we taking this shit up out of here.
You got, I seen a thing yesterday on YouTube. I laughed so hard. This dude walked beside 7-Eleven with a trash can, with a trash bag, and scooted it in there, went in behind the counter. You don't fuck with them Indians. You know them turban Indians? Even back there taking all of their cigarettes and tobacco. The dude in the store was filming, was going, hey man, this can I get a pack of backwoods? Give me a pack of backwoods. And the Indian dude come out the back, they beat him with a stick. That man was crying like a baby. He looked like, you know, when you got whooping when you was a kid and you used to kick your legs, they whooped the dog shit out of him.
Well, that's what gets you. I mean, they're robbing people.
Because everybody feels bold now. They feel bold that you can walk in here, snatch and grab, do whatever you want to do.
Snatching and grabbing. Okay, don't snatch and grab. He got a
Yeah,
bed.
he just did a
Smash the
jewelry
shit
store
out
that
your
day. He
ass.
did a jewelry store that day. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's coming. This crime, that's right. They left it alone because they know this crime bill is coming. And when it comes, they all gonna be shocked that they went to jail and you're all on camera. They're gonna get every one of you.
So
That's why security didn't intervene because it's
let 'em
cameras
do it.
everywhere. Go ahead and take it because they're gonna have you on camera, just like when they was down there in Compton a month or two ago, smashing and grabbing at the gas station.
Oh yeah,
got
and all the people that are standing out there was a whole lot of them.
So when they start taking them gas stations up out of Compton, and you got to drive 30 miles, and you on fumes, and you pulled up on the side of the road, don't be out there with your hood up, talking about, can I get a little gas? No, you can't get shit.
It's bad.
I don't feel nothing for them. I don't.
Me either.
I don't want to hear nothing about racism. I don't want to hear nothing about white supremacy. No, you don't know nothing about slavery. Slavery was in the 1700s. I was born in 1967. I don't know nothing about that shit.
At all. Yeah, that's crazy that this is just the way I look at it, I just feel like it's time is getting near.
Time is here.
Yes.
Damn near. It's here. Like I said, when the NAACP declared a crime emergency,
Yeah.
you know. But you see, back in '92, when the crime bill, it was the black congressional
It's these
kids.
what is these Gen Zs?
It's some of these old ass niggas too.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
mix
trying
with
to
the gumbo
rob.
pop.
Just a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers of all ages. And
Yeah.
out there, yeah, well, you know, these black folk, they coming in our neighborhoods. Oh, no, you talk your own neighborhood. They ain't tell your neighborhood up and you over there begging white people to come in and fix it up after you done fucking burn down every other thing. You done burned every motherfucking thing down.
Oh,
The thing you
okay.
should have thought about is, do we have any money to rebuild this shit up if we fuck up everything? No, you don't. You broke.
And we always tear up our own shit.
Tear up your own shit and then beg white people to come in there and fix your shit.
That is so true. Riots came, we went right there, everybody took their own shit.
Took their own shit and it was begging white
Their
people to
own
come in there and
shit.
fix it. burn up your own shit, and then ask the white people to come in there
They
and fix
won't go into Beverly Hills. They won't go into where all of that.
They broke
tear
one.
them up.
Let me tell you, because I was down there when they had broken the cedars. They broke one window in that Beverly Center in about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, quick like.
Broke one window in that motherfucking Beverly Center, and it was a fucking rat.
Shit. We in Hollywood, TJ. We seen it all.
Yep. I was right there at Cedars. I had to wait to go home. And look, like I said, they tore that shit up. I used to go get gas over there on Washington and La Brea. They burnt down that Chevron there. When I was there, they had pulled out this white lady out of her IROC and was beating that woman up. Somebody came and helped that lady. I sped right around and got the hell on out of there.
Yeah.
I didn't go to work for 3 days.
Yeah, we was gonna know what.
When that happened,
Mm-hmm.
I remember stepping out, like I was going out to play with other friends. So when I stepped out the house, like you see parking lot, all cars, right? As soon as I stepped out, I didn't see these dudes, but as soon as I stepped out and I walked a little closer to go play, like policemen, like SWAT dudes jumped out, get back in the house. And I was like, what's going on? Like I didn't know what was going on, but they
Was you living in LA?
yeah, like in the West Adams area. And I was like, what is going on? Like, are they everywhere? Like,
They
I
was
didn't know what was going on.
National Guards.
Yeah.
They
And
did.
they driving right on down the street. Like I said, they broke one window in that Beverly Center, and it was like 8 cops from West Hollywood. It said, you gonna break nothing else up in here.
In Hollywood, I ain't gonna lie, we looted. Yeah.
I say I don't do all that.
We was in Hollywood.
I don't do all that because see, here's the thing.
We did.
I just don't.
We sure did.
I just don't. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Why niggas grabbing TVs and the motherfuckers break, and then you turn around the next year when you get your taxes buy another motherfucking TV from the same refurbished motherfuckers like Walmart and shit. And that's where you stealing your goddamn regular ass TVs from, knowing that motherfuckers ain't gonna work until the next tax. I see. That's why I said fuck looting. I ain't got time. You get the wrong shit. And
You sit there on couches and studio at Paramount, right next door to the studio is a music store like guitars. So that store belonged to us.
That was our only meeting.
We doing right here. And then earlier in the day,
Ray,
it was me, Lady Ray, Third Jinx, my brother, Boss Hog CPO, Bulky, all of us, dude.
but see,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Bach,
But see, that's the thing. This is the reason why.
we got everything of value. Keyboards, drum machine.
This is the reason why they don't bring shit to the black community because you're doing that.
But look, do you know that from when we looted that place, because we was able to jump from the wall over from Paramount right into their parking lot. If you go to Nadine's right now, that wall is
Like I said.
if you do up the wall, you gotta
Well, now you loot it now if you want to. They'll just move it out of there. That's what they're doing now. They just moving shit up out of
Nadine's
there.
is monumental. Ain't nobody gonna loot that place.
Like I said, they'll just move the shit up out of there. That's what they doing. You're just gonna be a food desert. Then they got some crazy ass bitch down here in Pomona. She done made the news, breaking out all the windows down there at Pilgrim Congregational Church, and you know that church been there forever.
But which Pilgrim congregation?
The one on Gary, and Hope,
What?
about next to Todd's.
Oh, the big brown,
Yeah.
big
That
church,
beautiful
right
church
across
that's been from Todd's.
from Catholic.
From Todd's. No, it's next to Todd's.
Yeah, to the same side of Todd's, but across the
There's
street.
more on Gary.
Yeah.
And it's right
gas
across
station, Todd's,
and then that church. Bishop over there got on camera, just breaking out them when it cost them people $20,000 to have to replace them.
That's the real cathedral.
Yes, well she done $20,000 worth of damage now. That she done done. They got her ass on film and they looking for her.
Wow.
And she made News Nation. I saw that shit last night.
Was she a Mexican lady?
She was white.
White?
They gonna get her.
Okay.
Well-
no disrespect.
Well, they gonna get her. Like I said,
That church is monumental.
yes it is. That church has been there forever. And that church has a daycare center in there.
That church
has a lot of things going on. They do a lot of charity work. And for her to be busting out the windows in that church, just like you got your mind, and costing people $20,000 to replace them windows. And so yeah, she just picking up, just chipping the rock. Yeah, bitch, you on drugs? That's what's going on there.
Yeah. And they definitely gonna get her. You see she was on camera?
Mhm.
She's out. She's out. That's
Yeah, just
crazy.
tearing up.
Everything right now is it's
Everybody making an excuse to tear up shit and oh well we this and that. No, no, they gonna let you make them excuses. They gonna let you do all that shit because these white people getting tired of niggas.
yeah.
Because I'm tired of them, and I thoroughly understand. And then they had this big controversy with Jason Aldean with try that in a small town. If you listen to the words on there, you got black people go, oh, that's just racist. No, he just telling you. You go to these small country towns if you want to, thinking you can be over there smashing and grabbing and knocking old people over the head.
They don't know.
Let me tell you something. Bubba and them,
Yeah, that's your jig is up.
Bubba and them will fuck your ass up and all. So what he was saying was the truth. And people are getting upset, but I'm sorry. Look here.
Yeah.
Them white people, they church going folks, they believe in community and family.
Right.
And they believe that in the First Amendment with the Second Amendment with them guns. So I tell you what, you get up over there, get to knocking down they old people, carjacking, and all that shit, and smashing and grabbing up they little bitty shit, the whole at the hold down. Let me tell you something, they gonna fuck your ass up. You gonna get your issue.
You're gonna bring lynching back.
And that's basically what he was saying. You gonna get your issue coming here with that bullshit.
You can't do that.
You keep that shit in them big cities, and that's what he was saying. Well, black people want to get up and oh, it's racist. No, if you listen to that song, there's nothing racist about it. It's just the truth. And I wasn't offended by the song.
Well,
Like I said, because that's the way my father thought. My father was a black man from Abilene, Texas. You didn't come up to our door all hours of the night. And if you did, if he answered the door, he answered the door with his gun. I'm sorry. My father was that way. That's it. That's it. You didn't come to our house late at night and shit. My daddy was a black man from Abilene, Texas, who liked fishing and hunting. And still cash his check at the liquor store and dare you to try to rob him. So that's why I'm saying. People can say what they want to say, but my father thought that. And like I said, I didn't see nothing wrong with it.
your pops was a deal.
Gangsters been fooling my daddy.
Wiley, what's up with you?
Hey, Erica.
Hey, love.
The enemy, Jigsaw. What's up with you, bro?
What's up with you in the
What
movie?
up, enemy?
With his shit talking ass. Roberta Rose, what's up with you?
Hey,
Cousin Janine, what's up, Nene?
love
What
name.
up?
And Jewel Smith. Remember Jewel that used to be when I had me and Tony had the group back in the day? When you stayed in
Woman bar.
yeah.
Jules,
Yeah, you know,
with the girl group
yeah.
from Long Beach.
Yeah. She said what's up.
Buffy, Jules.
Right, you remember that. Right,
I
right.
can't think of the other girl's name.
Right.
Start with a C.
That's me.
There it is.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out to y'all.
That's dope. You dig? Oh, and then we also want to send our condolences to the Villarreal family.
Yeah, Phyllis passed away this past weekend.
Yeah.
And so I want to send my condolences out to her sister Pam Villarreal and her mom and the rest of her family and friends. I've known Phyllis for a long time. I met Phyllis through Maxana when we were like 9 and 10 years old. And Sugarfield was my girl. And I will
You know,
miss
believe it or
her.
not, her grandmother lived right next door to my grandmother.
Yeah, in LA. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
In Baldwin Hills. I'll see them coming to visit.
I will forever miss her. I will forever miss her.
Good girl, good girl.
Miss her pictures because that girl could do some hair. That was a weed queen. That girl could braid. That girl could do some hair. And I just missed her, just her personality altogether.
Yeah, so we definitely want to give the Villarreal family some love and stay strong, especially Pam. You know, so wow, Phyllis, we're gonna miss you, baby. For real. But other than that, what else we got going, sis? It was something else I seen in the news. What they doing with old girl, the one who faked her own shit?
Well,
What they doing with her? Did they bringing charges against her?
they brought 2 charges.
Okay.
They're misdemeanor charges. They're going to be like maybe she's going to have a $6,000 fine because she faked her own disappearance. It was and then lied and said it was some white man with orange hair, bald white man with orange hair, talking about some white babies and carrying on.
That's crazy.
I just don't know how you buy Mediterranean food and snacks, and you don't take the Mediterranean food, you leave the weave and the phone and the Mediterranean food, but you take them bullshit ass snacks. Me, I took that motherfucking food.
Yeah.
I been flopping my wig
Yeah, she
on
did it backwards.
and my phone, and we'd have been rolling.
She did it
The
backwards.
bitch done left the wig.
And
She
took
done
the
left,
snacks.
took the snacks and all that old shit. I'm just like, okay, this is some crazy shit. I held out and just and reserved in judgment because I wanted to wait till everything came out.
Yeah.
But my understanding, she did this before. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This see what my dismay, what really pissed me off about this is we have at least anywhere from 60 to 90,000 black women and children who are missing currently,
Right.
and this to me is nothing to joke about because it's already doesn't we don't get the attention when we come up missing anyway as black women.
That's true.
It's a lot of human
That is so
trafficking,
true.
and you turn around and you do this, people are going to be less apt
Yeah, it's what you
to
call
act.
Brian Wolf. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out.
And this is what I don't like. All this is for a nigga. This was over a nigga.
What is it?
Yeah, because a lot of her text messages is coming out. It's just a whole hot ass mess.
Did she have help from a cousin or something? Somebody helped.
It was a whole bunch of
Somebody
people. I'm
helped
waiting to
her.
see because right now they're still investigating.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see. There's going to be some other arrests because I mean, she trying to say, "Oh, I did this on my lonesome." No, you didn't. No,
But she
you
had
didn't.
help.
No, you didn't.
She had help. I
No,
know that
no,
too.
no, you
She
didn't.
had
And then
help.
you gonna go look at the movie Taken. What you thought this nigga gonna come out here and shoot up Alabama? Look,
That's her favorite movie is Taken.
I love
1, 2,
Taken.
and 3.
Yeah, I love all of them. But guess what? I don't want to be taken.
She left the whole
She left a whole treasure trove of shit.
shit. She Googled.
Come out, and then when she found out she was gonna have to pay for the Amber Alert, so that ended that.
Yeah. She Googled, do you have to
She
pay
done
for a
stole. Wait a minute, and then the bitch stole.
Stole from the cash register. She said, how to steal from the cash register.
But then she stole toilet paper
Toilet paper.
and a robe or some old shit
Yeah,
from
fuck
the
that.
job. I said, okay, I can't. This is far embarrassing. Like I said, niggas, please stop these disappearing thing.
Yeah.
Because they had a nigga in Charlotte, North Carolina. The nigga told the people that he was kidnapped because and that the ransom was $130, and the nigga had this fake ransom put up because the nigga was broke. So,
You know that.
$30.
Funny, yeah. $30. Give me 200.
nigga said, $130.
Don't play, boy.
Yeah.
That shit don't
You
play.
know what? I love my black people, but y'all embarrass the fuck out of me.
They
Some of this
do, man.
shit y'all be doing. It's like, god damn.
Like that lady they had on the freeway, butt naked, shooting at the cars.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody
She
said,
was butt ass naked, and she was busting, walking on the freeway.
You in the car with your kids, though.
And you seeing that?
Like,
I just would have ran her over.
yeah, that's what my homeboy said. He said I would have ran.
Oops.
Like I said, we've been part of the roadkill.
It's crazy.
I just don't even understand some of the thought process. There's no thought into this.
Yeah, they're not putting
You
no cost.
you more than $130 and $200. This is the biggest your ransom, nigga. I want you. Listen. I want you to break the goddamn bank if somebody kidnap me. If I'm gonna go and plan this shit. About $500 to do for. We want about
you know,
500, and we need some pizza over there for Papa John's. You know, these niggas is ridiculous. I just can't.
You see the girl who just walked in after being missing for 4 years, just walked into the police station and said, I'm okay.
Yeah, she was okay because see, I want them to investigate that household. See, because that
She
girl
left.
walked away from her household
Like
for
that boy
a
did,
reason.
like that one boy
Yeah,
did.
see, there's a reason
Yeah,
that little girl walked away from that house.
She was gone 4 years.
But there's a reason.
4. Walked in the police
Yeah,
station.
she been living just fine. And told her I was not kidnapped. I left on my own accord.
She did. Something had to be going on.
Something was going on in that household, and we won't say it up here because YouTube does have guidelines and things. But there was some things going on, and she walked away for a reason.
She left for a reason. Like,
I don't blame him.
Yeah. Well, they catching pastors out here eating with babies.
Let me catch it.
Man, it's a crazy world right now.
Yeah,
Literally
Me
like
catch
I said, that's why I can sit home and read the
meeting
Bible.
like
Yeah,
meeting
I can sit home.
30-year-old boys.
Yeah, I can just sit and read the Bible. Okay, I'm outside the house. I can just sit and read the Bible.
Hey,
I just don't need to be in the church. I can sit at home and read the Bible. Listen. It's too much
yeah,
wild
But
shit
look,
going on.
that's why stuff like that is why I do what I do. 'Cause I
right.
don't play with that. And it's like if nobody steps up and do something about it,
It's gonna continue.
because you're saying, okay, it's okay to do it. That's why all these people in like Hollywood that's getting caught with the pedophilia and all that.
They've been doing that shit forever.
Well, see, here's the thing. As I said, and I've been saying this, and y'all can let me tell you, I've been saying this for about 5 years now. We're in the age of Aquarius. I told y'all there was not going to be anything that was not going to be exposed. Everyone that's doing all this dark, crazy shit is about to be exposed. I told y'all that. So nothing surprises me when I see these things.
I've been reading meeting streets.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
some crazy
Yeah.
shit.
So I'm not surprised. Like I said, they got the new situation with Lizzo, but I'm also seeing a lot of exploitation.
Well, she just did. What was hers? Was it? What was it with her staff?
Well, she's being sued by her three of her dancers. But see, these are the dancers that she fired because apparently they had some misconduct on their tour, and apparently it was unacceptable. So now,
Body shaming.
no, I don't believe none of that. I don't believe that. Like I said, everybody know what Lizzo's sexuality is. She listened to her music. She's made no secret of this. But see, now this is what I'll be trying to tell motherfuckers. You can't tell everybody your business and your lifestyle. You better learn how to separate personal from business. And this is where black people get caught up. Black people don't know how to separate their personal life and their business life and just don't know how to do business. They got to always incorporate. Another thing I don't understand. I don't understand how niggas get rich and then you want to be a gang member.
That's the weirdest shit.
The gang members is trying to get rich to get out of the gang. You motherfuckers trying to get rich to jump in the gang. And then you can't understand why you're up on RICO charges.
RICO charges.
I don't understand none of that. And then everybody's on fentanyl. I want to send out a prayer to Kodak Black. He in the hospital. Fucking with that fentanyl. Say you running around here. I like I said, leave shit alone. Don't buy nothing off the street because everything is laced with everything.
Everything, man.
I'm glad I don't smoke no more. I barely drink.
When Kodak Black the one that disrespected Nipsey when he passed.
Yeah.
Like I said.
I mean,
like I said.
you say that's disrespect?
So what?
Because what I heard him say, the only thing I ever heard,
Like since Nipsey's dead, I want to fuck with his. I want Lauren.
that's how you saying it, but he didn't say it like that.
Yeah, he said it just like that. He
No,
was
he
like, he said straight
He
out.
said it more than once.
Yeah,
Because people couldn't
Okay,
like
the
you.
first one that was
People were like, yeah, but
The next
people
one-
were like you. Because they were like, no, wait a minute, did he really say that? Let me ask him again. Because you can always take something that somebody say out of context. The best thing to do
Then he
is
texted.
then he texted.
Yeah.
He not only said it, repeated shit, and then he texted shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, bro, you out of line.
He was out of line.
Okay.
I heard he got him because of it. God got to him because of it.
Yeah, because it was like you were just being totally
That's
disrespectful to this woman. This woman is mourning.
Yeah.
She got children. She got to deal with all of this that comes along with it. And you talking about getting in her drawers.
Right.
It's like, bro, come on now. That's why you the ugliest little nigga I've ever seen.
Yeah, let you have it.
You know. Well, I guess so. Well, we won't.
He just did this song at 6'9" too.
That was.
He's another one. Like I said,
He got to eat, so.
do what you gotta do. But leave that fentanyl alone, y'all. Leave all for that
Leave it
shit.
alone. Leave it alone.
I mean, I can't see you running around here with a can of Narcan like an aerosol spray it up as soon as you take a hit so it don't kill you and all of that. Because at one point, you ain't going to be able to get to that Narcan quick enough. That stuff is deadly. It is 100 times stronger than heroin.
They say
So
no, it only take a little bit to kill you. Like,
Listen, you better not breathe that shit in.
right.
You better not touch it. When I used to feel those patches, I had gloves on. I did not even touch that. Listen, I didn't touch the.
Okay, so what is fentanyl? Like, what is it?
It's basically it's called, the brand name is Duragesic. What it is usually used for people in chronic pain or people who have cancer.
But how do they take it though? Is it be such a high dosage? Because I know that China is the main ones who make that shit.
Yeah. We had banned it from China, but what they're doing is they're going to Mexico.
Yeah, we know that for a
That's
fact.
what they're doing. We banned it from here.
Yeah.
But see, the thing of it is, it's now gotten street value. So it can be broken down in many different ways. But these people are taking a risk even touching that shit and mixing it.
Yeah.
But those
So they put it in all kind of shit.
they're putting it in everything. They're mixing it with cocaine now.
It's good.
They're putting it with cocaine now. Cocaine has made a comeback because, and particularly in New York, and they're cutting it with cocaine and heroin. They're cutting it with everything they can get their hands on. Like I said, you liable to have fentanyl in your marijuana. You better stay off the streets if you want to. You think you're getting a couple of narco tablets and shit, and you got some shit laced with fentanyl. That's how a lot of these people are ODing. They're ODing, and he OD'd. And yeah,
Like
he's
the actor, that one black dude.
Yeah.
They
that
just
was
gave
on the
dude-
wire. Yeah.
They just gave that dude who served him. They just gave him 2 years.
Like I
That's
said,
it.
they talking about, listen,
They give you life if you sell sherm.
well, like I said, I don't know why nobody spoke that shit either. That shit stank like a motherfucker. That shit stank like a motherfucker. I don't want to have embalming fluid. That means death.
Yeah, that's like
That's what it is. Embalming
weird,
fluid.
but hey,
But motherfuckers do it, you know.
They
People
do.
do what they do, and
but that fentanyl is no joke.
That fentanyl is nothing to be played
And
with.
then they put it in meth.
A whole bunch of motherfuckers, a whole bunch of actors have died from that shit.
What's his name?
Yeah, dude from the wire. Dude from the wire.
Yeah, I'm talking about, well, what's somebody else? Somebody else.
It's been several of them. That's what I'm saying. A
Oh,
lot of
I
them don't
see.
want to tell it, but it's been several of them that have died from that shit. But now it's going to gain traction because people are simply tired of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's just like, and then people just like, y'all, what do you get out of mixing that shit and giving it to somebody and they die?
But you know what the trip is? Like, when did it come out? You know what I'm saying?
It's been out for a long time.
That's what I'm
But
talking
it
about.
didn't pick up no steam, and probably till about 5 or 6 years ago on the street.
Oh, meth
But
was new. Meth been around since
they mixing it with meth too.
70s.
But that's what I'm saying. Meth have been
meth
around
is like
since
the-
70. It been, and at first, let me tell you something about that meth. The first time I ever been around some shit like that, and I didn't know it was meth. That shit made me sick as fuck. I don't know, and I didn't know I was in the house with these meth addicts. This me and my
Yeah.
ex. We were like, that shit made us sicker than a dog. I don't know how people smoking that shit.
Yeah.
That's the stanky shit I ever smelled. Now I don't know how they doing
I
it.
thought that was a new drug. I didn't know that shit been around.
No, that meth. No, that used to be a white boy drug. That used to be a white boy drug. Now you got niggas doing that.
Yeah.
And now they cutting it with fentanyl. They, like I said, anything they
Niggas
do,
don't-
fentanyl in pancake here, sprinkling on your waffles. They these motherfuckers are just doing any goddamn thing.
People on the waffles.
Yeah. Here, put this on your French toast. Taste this right here. Yeah, put it in your goddamn sweet potato pie. Hell yeah, put that in there.
And
Yeah.
whatever's in it, it make them pluck their skin. Like they dig in their arms and face. Whatever's in there, that's what
Well, like I said,
we
people just doing anything.
yeah, you know.
Mhm.
Now I know in the entertainment they just lost Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, he had cancer. He had
70
been,
years old.
yeah, he had been battling cancer quietly. He didn't tell anybody, and he passed away the other day. Yeah,
Pee Wee Herman.
yeah.
Somebody else passed too, and I can't remember.
Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett, I know that.
Yeah, my boy Tony
Hey,
Bennett.
I like Tony Bennett.
Yeah, I did too.
Really smooth.
Yeah, Tony Bennett was a boy.
He was a crooner.
Yeah. A real crooner. Yeah.
I like all them old, no white fingers.
Yeah.
They be- Dean Martin was my boy. He be on there drunk and
He
shit.
was a crooner too.
But that motherfucker could sing.
Sammy too.
Good child, babe.
Sinatra.
Yeah, but dead eye Frank. Frank can sing though. Yeah, yeah, did it my way, boy. That was my dad. Yeah,
Who?
Frank Sinatra, yeah,
Can you come to my age? I ain't really seen him too.
yeah.
You know, go see him. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even born when Frank Sinatra was. He was when
Frank Sinatra.
but yeah, he too. Yeah.
Hey, but Dean Martin was my boy. They got the whole Dean up. Dean be saying,
People.
remember the Lord
Stand drunk.
I got him a cigarette and one.
and be singing his ass off. Drunk as hell.
I'm telling you. Kick yourself to see him pull it up.
He stayed for stuff. That man could sing.
Oh yeah.
Dean could sing. He used to be on the Lawrence Welk show all of the time. And I would only watch the Lawrence Welk show when he was on
You know
there.
what was a beast? They get Tom Jones.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to love Tom Jones when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think all of us like
I mean, they fucking Carlton, boy. Carlton. Shit, Tom could sing.
I didn't even know that was the real. I thought that was just somebody that
John sing. No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
TV show. His own TV show. Yeah. Crazy. That's why I think about it and I go, that's how music today, how these kids are gonna study with music was. Like we're talking about Tom Jones and
Shit, I could like Charlie Brown,
Janet-
Black Country Singer.
Born. When all that music was out, we wasn't born, but we know it.
Yep,
y'all didn't hear it in the household growing up?
No, I wasn't none.
I did.
My mom never played no soul music. My mom only played gospel in our house.
I played everything because
When you go around to Cookie House, like
In them house, you got everything. You go through albums after months.
in our household, it
we
was
used to like they used to the Mighty Clouds of Joy, and so I grew up listening to all of that.
Yeah, Mighty
I
Clouds of
grew up-
Joy.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah.
You got
James
James
Cleveland,
Cleveland.
And so, you know, I listened to everything growing up because that's just what it was in my household. Aretha Franklin, when she was with James Cleveland and all of that.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, we went on to African music, Miriam Makeba. So I listened to everything. And so,
You might allowed us to listen to whatever we wanted to.
you know, and my father was a huge jazz, so I listened to old big band jazz, you know, Yusef Lateef and Cannonball Adderley, that type of thing. I grew up listening to that type of stuff. And so I like all kinds of music. I could go all the way back to Bessie Smith.
But shit, since we talking about music, you gotta get
Yeah, I mean, I was growing up listening to nothing but reggae music because I'm Asian, so my mom was playing that more reggae music.
Uh-huh.
Let's get you in here, man, because we want to
Yeah.
discuss what you got going, what your movement is. You know, you can go get right about this.
You do your part?
I was born and raised in South Central, so haven't been to Belize yet. Everything I learned is from my mom, my dad. My dad wasn't in my life like that, but as far as like later on down the line when I forgave him, you know, being a Christian, I forgave him and let him back in my life. So our relationship didn't come to like later on down the line when I'm a grown man.
Right.
But
But you still was able to establish it, though, right?
yeah, and it was on my part doing it though, and that's why I'm like, if I wasn't a Christian, it would have never happened because I don't feel like I have to go run and chase you down there like, hey, let's be cool.
Right.
Hey, let's have some type of relationship. He knows where I live,
Oh,
all that. He never came, you know what I'm saying, right around the corner from where I've been this whole time in South Central. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just put all that malice or whatever I
Right,
had.
because it'll hold you back.
You know, because I witnessed watching as a child, watching my mother go to work every day. I got to watch my siblings. It's just us. So I'm like, man, you could have been there, like helping out or something. So I had that animosity in me, but like as you know, I got older, became a Christian. I'm like, let me forgive this dude because that's real forgiveness. If I really have something against somebody, let me show what I've learned from
Right,
believing.
right,
So
right.
that's the worse it could be, the better it shows your growth if you can forgive somebody that's done you know wrong. So me, I was always hearing reggae music in my house. It wasn't if I heard rap, it's because I went and looked and
Right.
found rap. You know, my first song I heard was LL Cool J, "Roundaway Girl." That was the first song video I seen. I was probably like 8, and I saw that, and I was intrigued by it.
I was
I was like, look, I'm watching this on TV. I don't even know what I'm really seeing, but you know, I see the chick with the bamboo earrings. I remember him pulling
Right.
up at a bus stop. This is just me as a child, and I've never watched this video since then either. It's just all memory. And I was like, something hit me right there because this is the start of me wanting to be a rapper, seeing this. And
Right.
I don't pay attention to rap until like maybe 10 years old, like 2 years later, it's 92. And this is when Death Row is up and I'm seeing all this and I'm like, okay, and then 2 more years I see What Would You Do video with Dog Pound. I'm like, I want to be like Corrupt. So this is the start
That's
For
crazy.
me,
Shout out to Corrupt.
putting it out there
Corrupt.
now,
Right
like,
up to my
okay,
guy, Corrupt.
let me start. And I'm teaching myself from what I see and hear. I'm like, I'm gonna imitate, not copy, but it's teaching me how to make music. So at that time, Talkboy FX Plus, a little tape recorder, you could. I'm like, I don't know how, but I'm like, okay, let me take this, put a cassette in there. I got my little brother, like 5, and he's 8. I'm like, you go hold this drumstick, and you go keep hitting on
Yeah,
this
whatever.
right here. This gonna be the snare. You doing the snare, you hitting on this pillow. This the kick. So I got
You
them
would rhyme to
throughout.
that.
I'm rapping, and you doing the boom 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 boom
And you
throughout the
rap.
whole cassette, right? So I'm doing a one take, doing this song that I wrote. So I do those about maybe 10 of those. I got a full cassette front and back
Right.
at like 12, 13 years old of me putting this together on my own. So this is the start of like, I'm playing around, but it's not
Yeah,
until I meet my best friend who's like, he's the son of a snake puppy from LA Dream Team. We playing basketball, and he was like, "Hey man, you should check out some of my beats, man." He don't know I rap. We just playing ball, and we done playing. And he's like, "Hey, I make beats, man. I'm a producer. You want to come check out some of my stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a rapper." He's like, "You rap?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I was playing around on the Talkboy. I ain't never took it further than that." And he was like, "Come
Never
over,
been in
listen
the
to
booth.
some beats." I went over, listened to some beats, and he has the recording program on there. He was like, "Rap something we could rap." And it's the first time me actually using a real microphone, and I know when to come in on beat and everything. It was like I taught myself this, and he taught himself how to make beats and all that. So that was the beginning of our relationship, and that was the start in 2003 when I became a gangster rapper. My name back then was Silk Cologne. Silk because I'm smooth, Cologne because I spray niggas. So
Oh,
that's how it was, man. I wanted to be
Silk Cologne.
unique and
Okay,
not
that's
like
what I was
everybody
gonna
else. So
ask.
I rap like I was from the East Coast. Like I like Fabulous, and that's how I was rapping. Like I don't want to rap like these gang members out here. Like I want bars.
it's
When
funny
people hear
because-
me,
Listen to your name now, though.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you what can you tell us what that
false doctrine killer. I'm
Yeah.
from South Central, so when we enemy with something, we cross it out and put a K. So I wanted something. If I'm gonna rebrand myself as this person now, it has to make sense. So I'm about sound doctrine. I'm about sound teaching when it comes to the scriptures. I'm not about no foolishness, no running around talking crazy, no speaking things into existence, no manifest, none of that. I'm about what the scriptures say and what it teach, and I'm about applying that to my life to be more like Christ. And that's what preachers and pastors should be doing. Should be
You
going
got that
about
right.
what the word is teaching. It's not about money at all. And that's what I'm about. So false doctrine killer is killing off everything that goes against what I just said.
Right.
And it's a lot of denominations out there. It's Catholics that teach false doctrine. Anybody that gets the story wrong of who Christ is, I'm against all that. I'm against the pedophile priests. I'm against the money hungry preachers.
Right.
Like it's crazy in Africa. Like when I say there's nobody, when nobody steps up and does anything, they feel like, oh, it ain't no threat. We can keep making money. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
could
that's the
make
thing.
books.
Because they make you afraid. See, the first thing they did is they instilled fear in you.
Yeah.
What happens if you do this? If you don't do this, you're going to hell.
Right. So it
See,
makes you feel like you can't
yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
So that's the thing. You don't question God. What do you mean don't question God? With this scripture here and what I'm reading based on and what you're saying are two different things. The math ain't mathing. So you are not allowed to question it, because if you question it, then you put them on blast.
Right.
And that's all you gotta do.
You just
right.
once you
Now, what they
question
do-
them, you get put on blast. And I've had that happen to me several times, because I'm like, okay, I'm reading this. Like I said, I've read the Quran.
Discernment.
I've read the Bible. I've read the Book of Mormon. I've read all these different things. They have one thing in common, though. The Quran, to me, is the most precise. It's pretty much precise, whether I agree with some of the doctrine or not. It is very, very precise. And it's cut and dry.
No, I read the Quran.
It really is. Now, even when you read the Bible, it's cut and dry of what you're not supposed to do, whether it's the Old Testament, the New Testament. But what I find that people like to do is people like to twist a certain passage to suit whatever narrative that they're on at that particular time.
Right.
And these are the times we're in. So everybody is being, because like I said, for a long time, especially back during the 70s, 80s, and during the 90s, we were in the age of Pisces. So that has to do with religions and governments and things like that. So you had a lot of covering up going on. If high profile people got murdered, those murders were covered up.
Right.
And they were sensationalized at the same time. So you had all of these theories about what happened to so and so, when it was really cut and dry what happened to so and so. Now we're in the age of Aquarius, where we're in the humanitarian age, where people kind of want to help you, and they kind of want to open things up and tell the truth. We're not being told about UFOs.
Yeah.
We all knew that UFOs was landing in this motherfucker, but now we're being told.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is saying, look here, no, this is what it says here. What you're saying is not what it says here. So why are you running around preaching that to a congregation of people and then taking their money at the same time based on a lie?
Right.
And
making
people
books.
and making books,
All
but
types of
people
things.
have to understand what you're reading and what you're hearing. If that shit ain't mathing,
You out. Get up out of
get
there.
up out of there.
Because this is something else. This isn't church. This isn't Christian. God is not present.
Yeah,
here.
because you're reading
That's all
something
going
else
on.
and you're hearing something else.
Right.
And
And
the
that's
two
basic
are not
discernment
together.
right there.
Yeah,
Basic.
you have to be able to trust your own judgment. There are a lot of times basically tell you you ain't seeing what you're seeing. You ain't hearing what
Right.
you're hearing.
Right.
Bullshit. I just got these new glasses and contacts out of goddamn good and well. That's what I'm saying. You see through your ass right now. And so a lot of that, yeah. It's a lot of that going on, and it's very damaging. And I have to say this, and people may get very upset with me, but I feel that Christianity was far more detrimental than slavery ever was in a large way, because black people held on to the Bible because they didn't have nothing else over here. And when you distort the facts of the Bible, it made them even more of a slave. Now they're slave to religion. You get free from bondage, but now you're held in bondage through religion.
Yeah, and the Bible they had though was intentionally
Written the way, yeah.
Now look, they took out and left only the stuff that that references slavery. But the slavery in the Bible is not the slavery.
It sure isn't.
That
It's existential
working off your
Yeah,
debt.
and you can only do that for 6 years.
And if your master hits you,
He's not supposed to do
free.
that. He's
You
not
outta here.
supposed to do that. You're not.
I want you to hit me. Then go ahead, hit me, so I ain't gotta pay this $10,000.
6 years up, you were free.
But you gotta take that
Mm-hmm. But it goes back to what I said.
and twist it.
Yeah, but
That's the twist.
instead, people have twisted this to fit their own narrative.
Yeah,
So that's why I said this organized Christianity in a lot of ways hurt black people far more than slavery did, because it bonded them a lot longer in the slave mentality, to where it allowed them to accept things that they knew
Right.
was wrong.
Right.
And that's what's happening. And that's why the black community is in the turmoil it's in today.
Case, what is that called? Stagnant.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you a question.
Let's go.
When did you start when did you start rapping? You said you started rapping and you were doing gangster rapping first.
Yeah, so I started in 2003 as a gangster rapper. And then I say about 2000 and 2008, I was living I come from a section called Death Alley in South Central. It's between Manchester and 120th on Vermont.
Mm.
So I grew up on Vermont and 95th. And that area, man, that time, I ain't even talking about the gangs. I'm talking about the gangs, it is what it is. But these crooked cops was over there, man, and just, I live here. So they look at me and they automatically just assume, oh, you're a gang member. So I'm always getting harassed by this cop. And they know my brother is a gang member. So they're always harassing me. I get my gun registered in my name for my first time, right? I'm doing everything by the book. I asked the cop, how do you carry this in your trunk and everything to make sure I'm not trying to get pulled over legally.
Mhm.
Put the gun in the case, take the clip out, don't have no bullets in there, put the registration papers on top. I'm doing this. And my sister calls me right when I leave the shooting range. Can you come pick me up from school? She's going to Dorsey at that time. And I'm like, all right. For whatever reason, right? I get in my car and I go back home first because I can't find my license, my driver's license, because I don't want to be driving around with no driver's license.
Right.
But I didn't think that I just left the shooting range. I showed them my driver's license. It has to be in here somewhere. So I went home for no reason. But when I went home, I went right back into the zone of the crooked cops is around.
Right.
So I see this one that's been harassing me. I'm approaching him. I just pull over and just like duck down like that, let him pass by. And I look up in the rear view. He hit a U-turn. He come in. I'm like, oh. So I already know. I'm like, hurry up and just do whatever you gonna do. I gotta go get my sister. He comes, pull me out the car, search the car. He get to the trunk. Things taking longer than usual, right? He in there like this for.
Yeah,
I'm sitting there for about 45 minutes, and this is taking because I'm used to this dude messing with me. Normally it's like 15 minutes tops. It's like 25, 30 minutes. I see the tow truck come and stop right here. And automatically, because I'm a logical person, I start zoning out. I'm like, okay, I'm about to go to jail for the first time. Because I already know what this is looking like. And he pulled a gun out. He's like, why you didn't tell me you had a gun? I was like, I don't have to tell you. You illegally searched my car.
That's what I was about to
He
say.
ran the serial number.
And it comes
He
back.
comes back clean. He's like, why? Are you serious? He steps to the side with his partner. And he's talking to his partner. His partner is like looking away, like he don't like what he's hearing, but he go roll with it anyway. This is what I'm judging their mannerisms off. A lady, because it's parked right in front of a lady's house. She come out. She's like, what's going on? Just taking one of these criminals off the street today. I'm in the back seat like, help. Like, they set me up. Like, I already feel it. And so he stepped to the side with his partner. They go back in the trunk. I had gloves in the trunk. I seen him put the gloves on. I have a box of bullets, brand new.
Oh my God.
Loaded up. And he puts it in the police trunk. And we get in the car. I see them towing my car away. And we drive into the station. And I was like, so you just go set me up like that? He was like, you should have known better. You have, I had like an ashtray full of roaches in there, right? Of weed. And he was like, you should have known. Me not knowing no better. You're like, you should have known better. You had weed and a gun in the same place at the same time. And that's a felony. And I was like, what? And
Wow.
right, I'm already zoning out, getting ready for jail. And he telling me this. And I'm like, I get to the station. And it's a black older dude fingerprinted me. I was like, what does it say I got arrested for, man? He's like, for a loaded firearm and a scratched off serial number.
What?
And I was like, what? So I'm sitting in there for 3 days, and the last day they was like, hey, if we don't call your name, you go into the county. They don't call my name, so I'll go to the county. I'm like, the whole time I'm hot, like mad. Like my face already has a natural aggressive, just if I don't do nothing. But when I was pissed, and I'm in there, right? And my time in jail, it was only like a week, but it was a breeze because I was running into nothing but who's from my area. My brother, and even if I ran into, it was a dude from East Coast in there, and he saw the Coast tattoo. He's like, "Oh, you from East Coast, my nigga?" I was like, "No, I'm a rapper."
Coast.
When I said, "Yeah," I said I'm from the West Coast. I'm a rapper. He was like, "It was a dude that just got out the hole." He was like, "Oh, you rap?" And he was like, "I'm gonna call a homie," and I was like, "Oh, here we go." He's like, "Hey, rap." I was like, "Here we go." I was like, "Hey, I don't freestyle." He's like, "It's cool. He got written." I was like, "Ain't no way out of this." So I was like, "I really got to rap now, right?" So I'm like. He coming there, big dude from Pasadena, Denver Lane. And he coming there, you know.
Yeah, with that.
And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And he Jamaican dude. So he go, I go. I already had writtens, like just always memory. You know, you got to stand. So I do my thing. We shake hands and it's cool. So that experience, I go to jail. The sheriff that did all that, he get on the stand, lie. And say, oh, he found the gun just hanging out his backpack in his trunk. And now that's how he said he found it. He found the scratch off serial number loaded just in my backpack in the trunk like that.
He had the paperwork and everything.
He trashed that. He got rid of all that, bro.
Yeah,
This is a 12-year vet. Huh?
You got
Yeah. This is a 12-year vet. He made it look like he found it just
Yeah.
in the backpack like that.
Wow.
Just another dude in the midst of South Central and a dangerous. Oh, got another criminal off the street. That's what he's trying to make it look like. And me, I ain't got them thousands of dollars to fight this. So of course I get a public defender, and they come down to
Public
this.
pretender.
Yeah. Hey, this your first offense. You know, you're out of jail. Don't worry about that. Misdemeanor, community service, and that's what happened. Now that I lost my job, my car, the place I was staying, and all that, right? So I'm at rock bottom. And this is where, nobody never shared the gospel with me in my life. I'm not,
Yeah, I got
I'm
you.
not that. Just a thug at that time. But I lost everything, and I'm broken. And my homeboy, who always, my best friend at that time, he a person that always be talking but don't be following through. So he coming up to me with a Bible one day, randomly out of nowhere. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be a preacher, man. I'm like, here we go. I ain't even trying to hear this, bro. Like I lost everything. I got a mess in me. I'm like, you talking like this? He's like, I think I'm gonna go check out this church, man. All right, man. Now, one of our homeboys that's a gang member from Sailor from 107, who his mom is an ex-gang member, and she be trying to get all the little gang members to go to church.
Right.
I don't be hanging around over there, but my best friend did. So she was able to get him and invite him to church. He come back and tell me how it is. He was like, the pastor is an ex-gang member from Broadway Crib. And I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah, it was cool, man. And next Sunday come, he was like, you should come. So he told me this Saturday. So Sunday, I already made up in my mind. I'm like, I'm not going. I told him, yeah. But I was like, I'm just down and out. I don't feel like doing nothing. I had a $50 bill on my coffee table, and I went to sleep on the couch around the time that I know he was going to come and knock on the door, right? Came and knocked. I was asleep, but I woke up and my money was gone. And I was the only one in the house. So I was like, oh, God took my money because I didn't get up and go to church. So I was like, next time, I'm going. Next Sunday come, right? I go. I'm sitting in the back laughing, not paying attention to what he talking about. I'm just joking around with my friend. And as I'm doing this, not looking, and he preaching this way, for whatever reason, something interrupts my joking, and I'm just turning slowly like that, and I'm understanding everything he is saying. And it's breaking me into pieces, and I get it, and I believe absolutely this is the truth that I'm hearing. And I was like, I'm sold out. Sign me up. Like, that's it. I was done with rapping.
Everything.
I was done with rapping. I love the rap, but I was like, I'm done with this. I want to learn as much as I can about what this is that I believe, because this is a life commitment. And normally I don't work like that, or I would have been in a gang.
Right.
I'm a person that I'm a logical person, so I think of consequences. If I'm gonna be in a gang, I'm gonna be a shooter. So
Right.
I ain't trying to get my mom or my siblings caught up in that, so I can't do it. I'm good.
Right.
That's enough for me to be like, all right, I can't do it. If I had nothing to lose, I had no family, then maybe, probably, but it don't make sense to me. So I made that decision like that as soon as I heard it, without researching or anything. For the first time, I heard it, and everything made sense.
And you committed.
Yes, and
That's
after the fact, I went and researched and looked into it. Somebody put me under their wing, told me all about church history, like from way back, the reformers who stood up when Catholicism was saying, you know what I'm saying, well, you got to answer to us. We tell y'all how to, be Christians and stuff like that.
Right.
There's people that stood up, was like, nah, the Bible, like what we was just talking about, these people started, it was like, nah, it don't go like this. And back then, that would be heresy. You can't go against the church like that. So those people would get killed and stoned. So they running around trying to tell as much people as they can, hey, the just shall live by faith.
Right.
It's not about all this stuff they trying to say you got to do this and do that. It's by faith alone. That's it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people dying and losing their life when they get caught up. But I'd rather die, but you got to catch me first. I'm going to go run and tell everybody I can the truth.
Right.
So that they're not caught up in this and they die believing something that's not true.
Right.
So that's the cloth I'm cut from. You know what I'm saying? And in music, nobody is doing that. So I'm like, I could spread this message of I'm about the truth and I'm against false in my music, and it could go further than me just doing it you
That's
know,
what we're about to
without
get
music.
into.
You
We
know what
want
I'm
to get
saying?
into some of your songs.
Yeah, you send me some songs.
Yeah.
I don't know which order you wanted me in, but whatever song you wanted me to play.
You could play from Pages first. That's produced by the Eastie Boys. My best friend's G
Front
Styles.
Pages?
Yeah, Front Pages. Putting Front Page.
Fresh off the presses, yeah. You say that you name it and you claim it, cause you heard that from one of your favorites. It's amazing when I aim it. Brains all over the pavement. He was nameless, now his faces. The first thing they see in the papers. Front pages, read all about it, he famous. He said he got a vision from the Lord. Anybody say they get a visions get ignored. I'm walking man avoid it. This is not the norm. I used to rap for sports, so miss me with the racket. I ain't with the back and forth. I'm 40 now in rare form. Ask me, I don't care for him. Catch your ear, boy. I hear you out, you'll be airborne. I'm trying to spar with your past there more time. I've been patient long enough. Now he asking for more time. I'm starving. You stalling like your bucket need started. Screwdriver, but we started sparking and shit have started. Listen, Bishop Vagabond, you don't want no qualms when this pistol in my palm. Pistol whip you calm. Cool pit posing like you want a model instead. You go to sleep, I'm on the side of your bed. You about as useful as a bottle of bread. I grab the axial seat, dents go oops up side of your head. Seen your whole team on steam with the rubber grip, bucking it. Scratch another name off my bucket list. Chuckling, I catch you blacking like your common sense. For all them blasphemies in them comments in. You think God is a genie? Well, I'm not convinced. Make a wish, bullet hit you, jump like you hopped the fence. Watch him soar. Was packing peace in the middle of the storm. Before I was reformed, now I'm in a war. Already won, but I'm earning my rewards. Treasures I can store. Up in heaven, sorry, Reverend, I am poor. Do you have to have the Bentley off the showroom floor? Boy, you wretched to the core. Check out my decor. The triune true vine connoisseur. Bread and wine in remembrance of the Lord. One body and we all on one accord. You say that you name it and you claim it, cause you heard that from one of your favorites. It's amazing when I aim it. Brains all over the pavement. He was nameless, now his faces. The first thing they see in the papers. Front pages, read all about it, he famous.
Wow.
Wow.
Zer Bowser. Wowzer Bowser.
That's all I can say.
Man, we gotta
All right, so what was the concept of that? What made you come up with that? I mean, I heard it.
My whole theme is always gonna be like Deuteronomy 18:20. That's death to the false prophet. Anybody speaks in my name and it's not true, stone them, kill them immediately. Ain't even no
That's right.
none of that.
That's right.
So my theme is always gonna be to expose these dudes and kill them, non-stop. So when I hear a beat, it's gonna come. It's just gonna come out how it's gonna come out. Really.
Right.
You know,
As
I
it
may
should.
try,
As
yeah,
it should.
because it's natural.
Yeah, as
it's
it
gonna
should.
flow natural. I may have done maybe 3 different hooks before I got to this one. Sometimes stuff work like that. I'm not saying for this song, but because I don't remember it, some stuff may work like that where immediately, bam, it'll just come out like that. Or I'm like, man, this ain't enough. Let me do 2 or 3, 4 more hooks. But I know when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, that's it. Because I love hooks, man. 50 Cent.
I invented
I
that
learned
word.
a lot from
You know
him,
that, right?
man.
What?
I invented the word hook
Hook. Before they were saying chorus, huh?
forever. I was the first person to ever say the word hook on wax ever.
But you said that got a hook to it. Says something like that?
No, on Ice Ice Baby. You know I did Ice Ice Baby.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So when they say check out the hook while my DJ was, I was the first ever.
I didn't know that.
So that's laid in concrete right there.
Yeah, but I love hooks, man, and I learn. Like I said, I learn from the people I like, and I learn from listening to 50 Cent a lot. Like,
Yeah,
I
my
was like,
boy.
I love it. I feel like I have the same type of voice. First, it was Domino when I heard
I worked with him
Ghetto
too.
Jam.
Yeah, I worked with Domino.
How he does it on there, I was like, I could do that because I'm not singing high, and I have a deep voice. So I'm like, I just got to listen to certain people, and I could pull off certain things. So,
Right.
and now it just come out naturally. So, and as I'm getting older, like I feel like I'm learning.
That didn't sound like a West Coast. That didn't sound like a West Coast flow though.
It do?
It didn't.
Yeah, I'm an East Coast.
Yeah, that's what
type
that's what I got out of it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Straight
Because I feel
good
like
dialect.
I feel like the rappers out here is just so one dimensional. Like it's always gang banging. If it ain't gang banging, I don't know what it is.
That's all it is.
So I'm like, I'm gonna listen to some people who be really spitting. I like Fabulous. I like 50 Cent. I like Lloyd Banks. I like, for a short time I like Jay-Z, but Eminem. Like a lot of these people who care about the lyrics.
Yeah, I got a record with Eminem right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, called Discombobulated.
I heard that before.
Yeah.
I like that song too.
Yeah, Discombobulated.
It's funny that you bring up LL Cool J and Run DMC because my brother, that was the first time he started listening to rap. It was LL Cool J and Run DMC.
Yeah, you have to study. That's the art.
And then he got into Ice Cube. But he died before anybody else could come on. Before he could listen to anybody else. But
What's the next joint we got, bro?
Oh, you could do In Jesus' Name.
In Jesus' name? Yeah. Whoa, and I love that track.
Yeah, I was about to say, who did the track?
The Eastie Boys. My best friend, he one half of the group, the Real C Styles, that Snake Puppy son from the LA Dream Team.
Said the Real C Styles.
Yeah, the Real C Styles, not the LBC C Styles. Look, I gave him that name and I told him, look, when you use his name, you gotta let people know, like, put a Z at the end instead of the S. No little whatever you call that little hyphen or whatever. Don't do that. Just, be your own C Styles. So, yeah, but he ain't had no issue with it though. I know he might catch something.
Very well. Big C Styles and little C Styles.
Yeah. Big C Styles. But we're gonna get into this joint. And Snow, what's up?
Yeah.
The triune, true vine connoisseur. Just what you expected from a Christian. I'm not.
I heard the gospel as a gangster rapper from the first pastor I was cool with, till he put his wifey in the pulpit. Talk about your loose lips, they crash whips and say cool shit. You let that broadcast them like a news clip. If dancing with the devil in your plans, the weapons on demand. Yo, I'm like Logan with the medal in my hands. The fella with the mask, entering your mask. He let it blam, you'll be level with the land. If doctrine is a sin to God, then I'm sliding through your synagogue. I up the sig, you get sent to God. For preaching radical, these 66 shots are splat. Catch you while you taking a sabbatical. Preaching for the bucks. When I see you, I'm a bust. If you a witness, don't even interrupt. Bullets flying in a flurry, in a hurry, real abrupt. In a rush, I'll leave him in the dust. In Jesus' name, Jesus' name, I'm bringing pain. I'm bringing pain. In Jesus' name, I'm bringing pain. In Jesus' name, I'm bringing pain. Any lane, bringing shame. In Jesus' name, I called them out and let it ring, but your man ain't answer. I'm the man they after. They rap, but they pen game cancer. Bring name past is passing, taking shots like tequila. Now they killing, catching bodies like reggae dances. Be careful what you ask for. I'm Jim Duggan with the hacksaw. Setting crash dummies on a crash course. Reppin' God, son, I got myself a gun. Changing the triggers, turn 4 pounds to 1. If the beast is ammonia, he get a tall glass of bleach and ammonia. Deceased here, goner, gun owner. Hollows follow you, funds over. I turn Farrakhan to an honorable blood donor. I broke down the scriptures in the Strong's Concordance. Now run up, get your squad bombarded. It's the vigilante Christian, blessed and I'm gifted. Nice as Nick Flanders from the Simpsons. In Jesus' name, in Jesus' name, I'm bringing pain. I'm bringing pain. In Jesus' name, I'm bringing pain. In Jesus' name, I'm bringing pain. Any lane, bringing shame. In Jesus' name, I'm bringing shame. In Jesus' name.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but Jesus was not crucified on a cross.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was produced by my boy Doctrinal, man.
Hey, that was nice right there, man. I like it. That was nice.
Scratching, he had it all in there.
That's the element. You can hear that. This is what you can put in your car. You know what I'm saying? At my age.
Right.
You know what I mean? And get and understand it. I'm gonna give a shout
It's
out
not
to
a
my boy
It's not preach.
J Blue, baby J Blue. I want to give a shout out to him.
They Blue. Shout out
Yeah,
to
man.
Homie. Look,
I just thought about him. You know what I mean? Yeah, when all of that. Cause
yeah, boy, we got songs together, man. He's actually on my last album. We had a song about my mom. Our mom died.
we played the song with
The Give and Take.
Yeah, we played that.
Give and Take. He showed it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, he had to show it to you.
Yeah,
You probably didn't know that was me on the first one.
No.
Yeah, that was my song. That's me on the first verse and the hook.
He's played that for me a few times. I've had him play it. If he's watching right now, or if he catch up, he's gonna tell you, yeah, Chalk, and listen to that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you around,
We
hit
got
us
an
up,
EP
man.
together too, with me, him, and called Real Riders.
I just gave him a few tracks to bless.
Yeah, man, that's the boy. Shout out.
Yeah.
That was good, man.
And then we got on this other one, man. I'm feeling excited.
This is Texas Rattlesnake, man.
What's that about?
About Joel Osteen, man. That American.
Oh, wow.
Preacher.
Oh well, I can't wait to hear this.
Saying, I mean,
He's
the
that
title, the name Texas Rattlesnake is because he's in Texas and he's a snake. That's simple. So I just go in. It's a song where you just go in.
Right.
Yeah. But we gonna take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the west side of South Central Los Angeles, this is the Rap to Come, brought to you by the False Doctrine Killer. My integrity intact like Sting prior to Wolfpack. I am the proof that a cool cat who rap the boom back will push your roof back. Hey, who that killer? My last name straight to the point. Catch me at your favorite mega church, kissing the joint. Like, is y'all gon' pass or fail? Malachi, I know the passage well. Pastors mad as hell. Say I tattletale. Your first lady blowing kisses. Said I'm handsome. Well, I'm not a wife beater, but I stiffed on your Jezebel.
You're a womanizer. I ain't gonna hurt you. I'm gonna knock you out in the name of Jesus. I promise you.
I'm compelled, got the passion still. First I sharpen steel, then I skin at will. That's a savage skill. So chill, for I have to kill. As a youngin', we had chores. Now I'm taking out the trash for real. My style got the classic feel. Just like the Black Chevelle. Poppies in the field full of daffodils. Who want these passed down ratchet rounds from recycled plastic? Cause I'm handing out hand-me-downs. It's rubber grips when the magnum bust. You better stand with us. If you braving that piece of animus, the paper see, getting paid per se. More than me, magnifique, you leak, puree. Skin your scalp, take your toupee. I went from flat top to 2 braids, the mascot with 2 Ks. You getting hit with the signature 2. But only signed up for the finishing move. I know that gotta suck. I'm about to dump. I bet that 12 gauge out the trunk and lean you like the Steiner recliner. That big papa pump. It's the people's champ. You hear the chants. Me and Diamond Dallas on the same page. We let it bang. This the verdict. Earned even verdict. Guilty for certain. Jehovah ain't witnessed not one decent sermon. Be a Berean. Don't be falling for the okey doke. Talking about you filled with the Holy Ghost. It's time I live up to my last name. Cash can't quick for these passes, it's in the fast lane. German engineering, that's premium in my gas tank. I drive by, bass down and paint up your whip through the window. I leave your glass stain. Your theme music when that glass breaks. We in the last days. My motivation is my past pain. Bright days turn to stormy nights. It's holy smoke with these cowards for Christ, and it's only right. I check in on your cheap coffin. You got a heart made of stone that's colder than Steve Austin. My lyrics toss them like flashbangs marked by the masked man. I put your reverend in a trash can. DOA, you pay for your penalties. Quick, fast, the metal beat. Just skip past the pleasantries. I instill fear and prosperity preachers. Get the pile driver right on a steel chair. Manipulation is the path they take. Talk that motivation, then they pass the plate. Preacher stacking chatty patty. My machete take the head off a rattlesnake. Look, y'all, I'm out here making Texas toast. My machete take the head off a rattlesnake. Folks stop killer, I let them go right out the door. My machete take the head off a rattlesnake.
Yo, it's bracket. You already know what the vibes is. It's game. And that you about to hear right now, Brazy. Trust me.
Hey, I gotta get out. Come on, man. Exactly. We finally got a real artist in here. Well, we've had finally. I mean, you know, we've had
I love it. I just feel like I'm literally
Oh, you in your own
nobody
lane.
talking about this, and if they was, they
I like
talking like this.
It's unique. This is
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
This is. I think that this will go over an average person's head if they don't really pay attention. They would really think that they're listening to
Exactly.
secular music.
And it's set up
after-
strategically like that because they're used to listening to violence.
Right.
So when you hear
Exactly.
violence, but look, here's the thing: when the
I already know
individuals
where
my music,
coming from.
it's that they're used to the violence. So, but they hear the bars like he's nice, but they get it that okay, I respect his point of view. I see
Exactly.
what he's saying
Right.
because we all see it. Just ain't nobody saying
Nobody
nothing about it.
saying nothing about it, but we talk about it amongst ourselves.
Yeah,
privately.
nobody want to get out there and be like, okay, I'm gonna take the weight and do it. So that's where I'm at with. I'm like perfect because I don't care about the money and the fans and all. I'm doing this for the cause to bring awareness to it. So I ain't got nothing to lose. You have to kill me to stop me, really. And
right.
these is really criminals, bro.
But this
So
is the perfect time to talk about it because they're being exposed anyway.
they are
So
by
the
sound
truth- yeah.
sound preachers, but those
Yeah,
people
but
never get out
right.
because
But
people ain't trying to hear
they're
preaching.
privately going to jail. They are privately getting
Yes.
15, 16 years in prison, and you
Yes.
don't even know it.
Yes.
But if you go and look up pastors that have been incarcerated recently, and you go and read their stories, it's horrific.
Yeah, yeah.
It is horrific the crimes that they are committing. They are committing, they're R-wording women, drugging them and R-wording them, and they're getting like 10, 15 years.
Yep.
So that's why I'm saying this is the perfect time for you to pop up and talk about this topic because it's actually happened. All you have to do is Google, and you will find these pastors are going to prison for this type of stuff.
Yeah.
FBI was, investigating a lot of the top ones when they was making all this type. Look, if you look up right now, TD Jakes, for him to come preach, it's $500,000.
To come preach.
That don't make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't line up with the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? If you go preach,
Creflo
you
Dollar.
really called to preach,
Creflo
I
$8.
don't care about no money.
Creflo $8.
Hey,
We gotta get you straight here. Creflo $8. This type of thing.
You know what I'm saying? How your last name? You know what I'm saying? He didn't change his name and make that his last name. He was like that, right? It's like, oh,
Well, they letting you know.
yeah, straight
They're
up.
letting you know.
For the people who have discernment,
And
we see it.
when they had the floodings in Houston,
Yeah,
one of the
close the
biggest
doors.
people that they had, the complaints they had against Joel Osteen is he didn't let nobody in that church. But let me tell you about that church, though. It was a good thing you didn't in there because you probably would have drowned because the damn church was flooded. So see, this is what it goes to show you. All your millions of dollars went to a flooded church that you couldn't even go and occupy even if you wanted to. When you needed to be. This is why I said, so like I said, so you took all that money, but you built a cheap ass church that couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? So you pocketing the money, basically. You got these lavish planes. You going on these lavish trips and all these Bentleys and all these different things. That's what I'm talking about.
Oakland has its own airport.
Yeah. And then that's when they had Creflo $8. He was trying to get all that money and talking about he gonna need $300 for a private plane. And people started talking about it. That's when people started waking up.
But there's still thousands though that sit in that country.
Yeah.
It's
But
great
you
that
see-
the people that wake up and leave, but you still got all these.
There. You're still going there.
Right.
Look, when they say common sense ain't coming, that's real.
Yeah, and he
If
got
anybody was
angry
thin.
because he couldn't raise that money. He got angry as hell because he couldn't raise that money for people to pay for that $300,000 plane that he felt that he should have had. And I'm like, you got people out here, the homeless population and all this shit about here. You say you feed them, you doing this, you ain't doing none of that.
But how do people fall for that? Well, they're all
They
property.
don't
So,
want God.
yeah,
They
When
fall for it
somebody that's
because it's
preaching
easy
God,
to do.
this works for me.
It's easy to do.
Yeah. It's
You tell people what
manipulation,
they want to hear.
Mind of manipulation.
Right. You just tell people what they want to hear.
and it's emotionalism too. Because look, if you have a degree in psychology, you know how people work. And like TD Jakes, he has a degree in psychology. Most of what he says gonna be to mess with your emotions and get you riled up. When he got you riled up like that, he hit your pockets. And you ain't even gonna think twice because you saw in the moment of being riled up. This is real, and people study this and know how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, they do
Mind of manipulation.
Mind of manipulation, because they hit you with a little bit of truth and a little bit of lie.
Yeah.
But you focused on the truth part of it. You didn't listen to the lie part of it. You didn't listen to the contradiction. So that's how they get you. They emotionally get you by telling the truth initially. This is where people's listening skills are faulty, because people are not listening to the entire message. They're picking and choosing
what they want to get out of it.
sections of the message. No, you need to listen to in its entirety to what's being said to you, and then you make your decision.
Yeah. So true.
And people don't do that. They hear the truth and bam, they give all the money to them. And then you don't have rent, and you going to the same people to help you pay your rent, and they feeding you crumbs. I see it all the time, giving you them little bitty ass meals instead of feeding you a big meal while they out here eating steaks and everything else. But they'll give you one of these damn them Lunchables and shit, and tell
You
you,
know something wrong if you see the preacher driving a Bentley.
yeah,
He wearing Gucci.
and he has no job.
No, the church thing. The church.
Exactly.
Like
He
our
doesn't
pastor,
have an outside job.
our pastor never received no money. Nothing. All he was worried about was to make sure that church lights stayed on.
That's
And
what it's about, bro.
he never got paid anything. You know what he did? He drove trucks for Stater Brothers.
But
He
that's
was
what
a
I'm
truck
saying.
driver.
He had a regular job, so he could have
Regular.
survived with regular people.
Had a regular job.
But if you got, but if you got a pimp here,
You see.
basically
Pimp.
that is
So
pulpit pimps, and that's what you got here.
Exactly.
They pulpit pimping, and then when they get in there and put you on blast about how much you put in the offering,
Yeah,
and all
that's
that,
when you know something ain't right.
that's right there.
They making it about
And
the
how
money.
many times they pass that plate?
You got a love offering, you got appreciation offering, you got this offering, that offering, that. It's so obvious. You know?
Yeah, that's the best y'all can do. You damn right, the best we can do.
You know? And people that got the nerve to say that. Like,
And
they tell on themselves.
very condescending.
They tell on themselves.
Like I said, and then with some of the churches you go to, they got the offering plate where you got to get up and go to the front of the church and put your money there. Yeah, it's certain churches do that. Yep.
Been in churches where they do passing, and then you also used to get up and while you're playing, you get up and march. Put the money in the thing and go back and sit down.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
That's why,
Yep.
like, I feel like everything I've been through in my life was preparing me to get to here. And I just didn't know it. All my confrontation, I've always been a person that, like, you can't peer pressure me into doing anything. Like, even from high school, I don't care what you call me, bro. Like, I'm a person that thinks. Y'all not thinking. I'm a person that thinks. Like, my home school was locked. First, I went to Washington for a year, and the kids took over the classroom. Teachers ain't teaching. I'm like, I can't learn here. I flunked 9th grade because I can't even learn there. My mom lied, did whatever she had to do so I could go to main arts. Yeah. Because, or it was locked. I'm not going a lot, bro. Like, I'm not going on the east side. Like, I'm from over here. Like, so she lied, got me to main arts, and now I'm in a clique up there, and dudes want to do this, do that. I'm like, bro, if I get kicked out, I don't care what you say. I'm not going to lock. Like, I'm not about to flunk again and do whatever. So you can do whatever, call me whatever, but I'm a man on my own, and I'm standing on my own.
Because then believe your mother, see what
People
people don't
working
really.
at sits up the street.
That's right.
If I gotta come home, I just got this probation still. If I gotta leave this to get you for fighting,
Because over in Belize, it's very competitive to go to school over there. So education is very, very, very important, because my daughter-in-law, like I said, she had to compete to go to the best high school there. And she ended up graduating a year or so early and came here and went to college to be an engineer. So that's why I'm saying it's very, yeah. See, Malaysian families, they believe heavily in structure and education because you have to compete for it. So your mom was not going to have this situation where you're going to be in a school where there's total chaos. You was raised with structure.
She just did all that to get me in that school too, and I'm supposed to, cause you want to go ditch hop the gate and go get into it with some 40s before whatever reason.
Yeah,
bro.
go ahead and
Say
do
whatever you want to say, but I'm my own man, so
I'll
I've
be a
been like
punk,
that.
I'll be that, I'll be whatever you say to
You
me.
know what I'm saying?
That's it.
'Cause then, okay, I'll take it that far and get kicked out if you try to touch me, but I'm not no punk, and you can't make me do nothing. So as a man now, I'm still like that to this day. So I'm like, I don't care what people say about my music, what I'm doing. I know what I'm here to do. And yeah, all the confrontation I've been in with gang members, police, it built me to be this person that's, okay, I know how to handle confrontation. I'm not scared to tell any one of these preachers, any pastor, like I've done this before, where I'm going to call you out if you're doing something wrong. And I don't see that a lot. So I know I'm built to be this person I am. So I'm just here. God go take this as far as he want, man. I appreciate anybody that come in my life, hear what I'm doing, and they supportive of it and want to help me in any type of way.
You got support. You got support. Yeah. You got support.
Appreciate that, bro. For real.
And I like what you said.
In truth and peace for once. We have lived lives in chaos long enough.
I like that name. I like what it means. I think you dope.
Thank you.
We got a couple minutes left. Yeah. We got a couple more minutes left. We want to get all your social media. Yeah. Sometimes you have to spell it out, but
it's St. Albert, st.albert. So that's St. Albert, and then you could go to False Doctrine Killer. FALFE.
We got it right here.
Yeah. False Doctrine Killer or False Dot Killer. That's the shorter that I use instead of.
So are you on Facebook, Instagram, or all platforms?
I'm on. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Snapchat. Just really Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, my name on there is Al. It's my real name, Albert. Then Jesus Saved Me, God. CODD. So yeah, that's how you could find me on there. On YouTube, it's False Doctrine Killer. I got videos up there. About 4 videos.
I was about to say that. You got videos on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I got videos on there.
Can you name them real quick?
Yeah. As far as me being a False Doctrine Killer, I started with the video Bloody Mary. So there's a video called Bloody Mary, and then from Pages there's a video for that, and then the most recent one, Duct Tape.
So I got a suggestion. We're gonna have you back.
Yeah,
and we're gonna shoot you a video. I'm liking what you're doing. I'm supporting it. I know my people do. I think you're doing a great job, man.
Appreciate it.
One more time, give everybody your info. Gotta give them the info.
St. Albert, that's st.albert, False Doctrine Killer. If you put False Doctrine Killer in the Google search, I've done enough for you to find me. It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. If you go to Google, you'll find me. I put my name in there just to see what people are going to see when it pops up, and it's enough to get you going. I got a project called The Wrath to Come from last year, Halloween. I dropped on this Easter this year. It was No Graven Images. So I have music out there. I got videos. I got singles. I'm doing everything on my own. So, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all out here, y'all listening, y'all just heard him.
Real talent,
support.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is real talent. We need y'all to support this one, man.
Definitely. And old school, I can't wait till he comes back and get to meet old school as well.
Right.
He's definitely a lot of help. He tours with PE, Republican. There works for local everything.
He has a great resume.
Yeah, great resume. Started Dance 360. Used to come on with. He's close with all the Onyx, and he's always resume goes.
I'm actually doing a project right now because since I have my own equipment, it's like I could just knock out stuff. As soon as they get in my head, bam, knock it out and just put it in that. It'll be that project. Put it on this phone. That's gonna be that project. So I'm like about 6 projects up on my computer.
Right now. That's dope.
Yeah, so
Well, like I said, I enjoyed you. I want to have you back. You want to do your videos.
definitely.
And I'm thinking about having Baby J Blue and you on the same show.
Yeah,
I think that'd be dope.
We could get him
on board, man.
And Keith
and
G.
Keith G.
Yeah,
All three of them, that'd be a blast.
that'd be a nice little show. But we got to get out of here. We're going to see y'all next week. Next week, we got Mercy.
Yep, my baby girl.
We got Mercy next week.
Shout out to Mercy.
From Pomona.
This is what it is. On the run, ENT.
I need old school outro as you normally do.
We'll be here.
No, I was doing weekly thing. Also, you got to come back next week and get your song of the week, man. Yeah, you got to get the song of the week. You couldn't do it without you.
And man, like I said, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, great time, bro.
Hey, I'm really did.
Perfect time to talk about these things.
Ryan. What's up, sir?
A lot of people is cowards. You know, a lot of people like to mind their own business. I see the social is good.
See y'all next week.